Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB preview show for today, the 18th of May. That weren't so good, was it? I mean, look, it was close because all we needed was a strikeout from Nicasio, who pitched 3 great innings and 2 terrible innings and got to 6 when we needed 7, or another run from Detroit, and we'd have been close to break even. As it is, we're back down to 68 points profit a year. To be honest, where we were when the calendar turned to May, if you'd offered me that now, I'd have took it. So let's get back on the horse, look at today and see what we can do. I'm going to start with the Minnesota Twins visiting the Detroit Tigers again. Justin Verlander is up tonight for Detroit. He's been outstanding the last 2 starts, looking like his old Cy Young Award-winning self for the Tigers. He shut down 2 strong offensive ball clubs in Baltimore and Texas with 8 and 9 strikeouts in those games. Minnesota strike out the 8th most in baseball this year, more than the Rangers or the Orioles. Ricky Nolasco opposes for the Twins. He's come back to earth with a bump after a strong early season performance. He's allowed 5 runs twice in his last 3 starts. He allowed 4 on the other occasion. The Tigers have swung the bat very well the last few days. They scored 23 runs in their last 3 games. I do expect they will win this game, so I'm going to play Detroit on a run line, but also there's a line of 9 strikeouts and Detroit to win at Padres for Verlander, and I think that looks fair based on the recent performances against Baltimore and Texas, so I will play Verlander to strike out 9 or more hitters and Detroit to win the game as well. The Cubbies are going up to Milwaukee for Game 2 of the series at Wrigley North. John Lackey will pitch for the Cubs facing Jimmy Nelson of the Brewers. As usual, plenty of Cubs fans will make the trip up the interstate. I've been waiting for the wheels to fall off Jimmy Nelson. I see no reason why this loaded Cubs lineup will not be the team to engage that scenario. That being said, I am not prepared to play odds-on a run line with John Lackey in a hitter's ballpark. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a smaller bet. I'm going to take leadoff hitter Dexter Fowler, who hits from the right side of the plate in the matchup as far as we're concerned. He has taken a Jimmy Nelson pitch and deposited it into the seats previously, so I'm going to take Dexter Fowler to hit a home run and the Chicago Cubs to beat the Milwaukee Brewers today at 17-2 with Paddies. The Houston Astros visit the Chicago White Sox for Game 2 of that series. Doug Fister's up for Houston. He has performed much better his last 3 trips to the hill for the Stros. Matt Latos is trending in the opposite direction for the White Sox. The expected regression after his excellent start to the season has clearly begun with 13 runs allowed in his last 3 starts. The Houston Astros lineup has plenty of ways to beat you. They run, they steal bases, they can get on base. Obviously they do strike out a lot, but they hit for power and can punish any mistakes. And with a low velocity, low strikeout pitcher such as Latos, this doesn't look like a good scenario for the White Sox. So I feel this could be a rather simple day out for Houston today, and I'm going to take them on a run line. San Francisco and San Diego. Johnny Cueto's pitching for the Giants. He's got an excellent record against these Padres. The last time he met them, he pitched an absolute gem. It was 11 strikeouts, complete game shutout earlier this year. Drew Pomeranz has also been outstanding, who's up for the Padres. The lefty for the Friars has allowed a single run across his last 3 starts against the Dodgers, the Mets and the Cubs. 2 of those offenses are really very good as well, particularly the Cubs. Shutting out the Cubs at Wrigley is a much taller proposition than shutting out the Giants at Petco, for example. This game has got low scoring written all over it. I'm going to take the race to 3 runs, neither team, because I do think it looks low scoring. There are a couple of other bets that I'm looking at for later on, but the prices aren't up at the moment. They're not early games, but just keep an eye on the Twitter account, because I will post probably a couple. It depends on the prices, obviously, but I'm likely to be posting a couple of bets on there later on today as well. Those are the games that I'm playing today. Best of luck if you're joining me and having a play. Play ball.